Oh, maybe I should turn out the light. Okay, looking a little bit better. But here, it's got also live. Right, so let's take a look at my Kahoot.go. Should be static more stuff. Yeah. So air and tailwind. And at this point, I think we were fixing uh, the picture situation. Yes. So cautionary tale from Rust, which still makes me believe that I will stop using Tailwind at some point, just because there are a lot of limitations to Tailwind. You can take some water and make an update. So there are a bunch of limitations from Tailwind, because if you morph a class when you're online, then that's going to be a problem unless you can force it in some way on the component, which is something I don't quite enjoy. And see, like this specific problem, and now I have to make it by myself. So not great. Okay, so if natural width is more than height, this is a vertical one, which means if I go like 500 here, should be like static. With 300, hello? Maybe I have to disable the cache. Okay, to disable the cache does work. Yeah, 500 still looks like... Let's take around 1,000. Looks kind of okay. 1, 2. Okay, let's make it 1, 2 for now. Then we're gonna have to give it a spin with some questions. But that would do for this specific moment. In the meantime, let's make the var or vert. Don't remember. Okay, so this is 500. Sounds about right. Maybe we can push it to like 700. No, the problem with 700 is I don't believe... Like, I don't believe this guy will be able to fit maybe a question. Like, let's say if my question is bigger than that, let's say I have two of those. So yeah, about, I don't think I'd have a question that, like, yeah, this looks like a fun. How about now? I don't have an index.js, which I should have. Okay, so 700 with a big ass question. Yeah, doesn't quite work well. Should probably not be static. But then again, it should be depending. Like, the depending problem is the height, not the width. So maybe I can impose a maximum height. Because now I'm imposing a width, which doesn't really. How about if I just say height 100%? Something like that. Okay, I will need to. Okay, let's GPT this because this is one of the questions that I would like for it to be. I disabled the ad break. God damn it, Seribot. Add timer off. Don't let you when an ad break starts in your chat. Nay. Okay. So we were saying in CSS, how do I make sure that a picture is never is at max height possible based on the container? There he goes. Okay, so at some point there has to be a specified height somewhere. And I don't think I have with class flex items full. Yeah, basically it is manual. Yeah, because this one does not dictate anything about the height. So I'm fine with him depending on that. I'm fine of them two being dependent. I believe that. Oh, why is this twice? Why is this not a container? Oh no. I have to bring back my SVGs. Oh no, this is a terrible idea. Why did I? Why didn't I fix this right? Doesn't look like a great. Okay, so flex. Bring call is what I want. I think the gap should become like 5. Also over here. Let's take a look. Ah, be full. Okay. Now this looks way sexier and it should not depend too much on my picture, right? Doesn't depend at all on my picture. That's great. That's precisely what we are about. So the idea is looking great, finally. Ciao, bitch. Bro, you good? Mm-hmm. By the way, I should load the pose and then we can move on into stuff. But what the fuck is going on here? Static vert? Okay, it crashed. Now I have to fix this. Good noise. Goran gets server crash. Mm, Golang server gets stuck on port. I keep having this problem and I don't know what is going on specifically. And it affects me in random times and it's very annoying every single time. And I don't know I don't know why this happens. So you can get away with much more stuff with. This looks great when it's horizontal picture. Well, that's life. Anyway, so there goes our picture. Second thing. It is as good as it gets for me doing that. Let's add the pose back and my pose will be saved in SVGs. 1.svg, 2.svg, yeah, sounds about correct. So let's take a look to our good old friend the Kahoot without Go. And let's list what's in the public SVGs. And now we'll copy everything that's in public switches into Kahoot/Go. We would go in static as switches, and to make sure that that doesn't cause a problem, I'm gonna go in static and make the switches. God damn it. Remedy switches. Very well. Which means that this guy is coming back. Now, I don't quite know, don't remember if this has some special way in which it... Oh, come on, you did not crash again on me. Please don't tell me you crashed again. Yep. I'm fixing this problem. Golang crashing server, no errors. Use the net. I have no problem. No bugs. When I put on a server reduction, it never says it can be a few minutes of your just crash. So it don't appear anymore. Netstat is down. Look memory. Look information errors and requests on a file. There's nothing on just crash. Mention something in production. Could it be that some case? Let's go crash without stack trace mean. Running Go in Kubernetes when there's a trace, it points GG. Then the Go for Slack and post is it was in fact mostly it's not one of to see compile the Go tool chain build a static link binary. No. 100 panic. By the way, this is a Go problem, not an air problem, because I had the same exact problem. Yeah, but I can't every 5 seconds get to be in this problem. Because if I grab my Go or air, see this thing is still running. But my server is crashed. I see no logs. Air server, Go air server crash. No errors. Port 8080 stuck. Seems not, but there's pre-built, change the code, Docker file. I'm experiencing this on Intel. When I create a new version of Docker or something. I post show support works fine locally without Docker. Seems potentially rated from the mounted volumes of Docker. Microsoft WSL, good for you. It's an armor thing that wait for air to get updated. Let's take a look if doing it manually does help. If it's a air problem. Go run. Okay, so my pictures are not being, of course, because I... Oh, speaking of course, I should be probably making them become a static link rather than... Because right now this is a source code, but these guys should be linkable, right? Let's say that we take a picture hordes. Probably should be put in, I don't know, local host static. Okay, so pictures hordes, let's say. Right. Then can I link it? Oh no, it works like that. Nice. So let's take the as the okay, that's enough. So pic static pictures as vgs. No, Go keeps getting stuck without no reason. Like, am I doing something incorrect? This code crashes with no errors. Your government likely crashed due to an issue with template parsing, but because there's no explicit error handling, it panics and it without an error. Oh. Okay. So it is a skill issue. Let's go for my Google. Let's go to my main. Uh, Jesus. S9 Pepper, thank you for the raid. 30 people. Hi guys. How are you doing? Any GoPro here will tell me why my server keep crashing? My GPT. Hello. Like your red notification, Big Shaq. Thanks. Show me the crash. Okay, the crash. Hey, Linux. Nice to see you. The crash is this. It simply doesn't say anything. Like literally just crashes. My port 8080 is occupied, and that's it. GPT suggests that is my templates that are crashing, and might be it. So he's trying to make like the parse errors to parse file and then log it. A function in it. Show me it running. Okay, so let's suppose. Okay, now I have to kill it. But let's say I go run dot. So now this is running fine. Then like we fix something. Does it even? Okay, now it should be getting the correct picture, which it doesn't. But let's say, do I remove this? And I try to kick go. And there you go. Every time that I touch my template, this guy straight up crashes. So that must be something to do with the templates. Let's try to be explicit about it. Static file issues. Okay, once at a time. Write in Rust problem solved. Probably yes. But I tried. I had like last month in Leptos, and it was fun at the beginning. But god damn it, man! Sometimes it just feels pain. It's just for the web. It doesn't just feel great for the web. But I enjoyed my Rust. It's been a great couple of months. I'm excited for the next year because I want to try that at the end of the year Elixir. That sounds fun. Okay, so if any of templates are missing or contain syntax error, must template parse will panic at startup. Add explicit modify template load to check for errors. Yeah, but where does he load it? I think it may be just a quick of editing a Go program source code versus running it as a binary. I don't think it's in the template. Oh, could be. Could be. The problem is still crashes sometimes with air, which should prevent a little bit of those, but let's try to parse them out in the suggested ways and see if we see. Then again, I only have a large scale project to go. Oh, we did a one large scale. Well, that's more than most people. That's more than me, actually. So we parse it out and expect declaration found temple. Okay, I have to func init. Then what do I call it? I call it in the main. I mean, I wanted it to be global just to don't have to deal with that. How about I make them global and use it over here? So let's say var temple. Holy shit. We're back to not remembering those. Okay, so temple r. Then we can if r whatever. Nope, this one. And let's try it out. Expect the type found. Oh, what's the type for a parsed files? Template, template. Template, template. And I find R. Okay, I'm fine even doing var R error. Okay, looking good. Okay, so stuff is starting. We're still booting. Good. Now let's say that we, for some reason, not loading that. But if that's the quirk, then developing in Go is ass. It usually didn't happen that much to me at one point. It's happening a lot today. Like today I'm rewriting the server every 5 seconds. And it's annoying. See, it again crashed. Son of a bitch. Okay, so that's not it. Also because at the end of the day, sure, I'm masking it, but still should crash completely. Still not crashing actually. So signal handling issue. You're using signal notify context, but not handling the cancellation properly. Okay. Handle the stop signal. CTX stop notify context background OS interrupt. Yeah. Go func service if error listen and error log fatal error. Wait for interrupt. So that's my bad basically. Clearly you have to go func yourself. You know, this the go function is so silly. Every time it's like go fuck off function. Go and play. Server shutdown grave. So wait for the interrupt signal. I'm willing to try this. So right now I listen up. He wants me to signal notify context OS interrupt. Yes. Defer the stop. Then this should handle my notification. Okay. Graceful shutdown. Gruesome murder. I print them twice. Okay. Let's try to do something absolutely insane, like changing some of this. Okay, every language that uses as a symbol is unhinged, man. We read from left to right. What is this left to right business? Well, in this case, it uh, makes sense to me because this one is waiting for stuff rather than sending signal. So that's why. Like when I used it, it made enough sense because the context downward will wait from something from upwards. So this context sends something and this context receive. Basically, this means listen. Would it probably be less await done? Await done. Yeah, probably would be correct. Go has a couple of quirks that are very weird. Like the weirdest one, to me personally, is the you have to export it with uppercase. So when you pass something to your template, like here, path string, if you make it into an undercase path, it won't parse. And you always get pissed at this stuff. Because, man, use two keywords more. Go can be quirky. Won't deny that. And it got stuck again. Son of a bitch. Oh. But wait, so I was completely stupid. Basically, it wasn't like my server was shutting down. Is that I did not tell him what to do when I made an OS interrupt skill issue, which means that now air should work fine. Let's try to edit the template. Okay, looks like word skill issue. Yeah, but at the end of the day, which language is not unhinged? Like, what language doesn't do some quirky, weird stuff that makes you want to shove your head against the wall? Because I think of Java, like people overhate Java a lot, and it's great. One should hate Java, but most of the times it is bad hates. I hate about Java having to deal with Gradle and what's it called? Gradle and Maven. Every time that I think about putting something like those in, we had a game, me and and a friend of mine, in Java, and every time, and I was like, hey, I should put some unit tests, would be helpful to some part of development. Then I remember they had to deal with Gradle, so I said, nah, I'm not touching Gradle. There's no universe in which I'm touching Gradle. Not even gonna try. Now this one makes me wonder if it's going to be easier to just go B full or H full. This language I worked doesn't really exist anymore. ActionScript 3 was pretty awesome, not gonna lie. ActionScript 3, the bad runtime died. What was even this? ActionScript from... Dude, why does it think... Oh, check. In Italian. Flash.eng.com. That's what Oh, looks like nothing was fine. Maybe the Jonathan Blow language could be... This is an object-oriented language developed in Macromedia. It is influenced by HyperTalk, the scripting language for HyperCard. It's not implementation of ECMAScript, so it was the precursor for Java script. Damn. That looks kind of fine. Now, so far, I couldn't tell. I've worked so far in Ruby. I actually currently work in Ruby. Hating it. Ruby is unhinged as a language. Absolutely insanity. So there's the Ruby, which I didn't like that much. JavaScript is unhinged as fuck. Like, so far, except these little quirks about handling DOS signals, which I guess I should be getting used. Go and Rust have the least amount of rough edges because I like I like every what would you say it? I love the tool meaning for both Go and Rust. They have everything you need inside the language, and both of them have a lot of modern look and feel. So it feels amazing so far. So far, again, neither of those I have written long enough to say. So ActionScript was supposed to be ECMAScript 4, but the last 9 minutes before they were about to approve their C for item.c, and Yahoo voted because they didn't want to give Adobe influence over the browser standards, so Adobe turned it to ActionScript 3 for Flash. They said yes, we would have had typed JavaScript 15 years ago. Damn. Honestly, probably would be the best thing ever. I'm could be because I'm a Primagen fanboy. In fact, this website will be written in what's it called? In HTMX, but I'm starting to feel like just a little, like this amount of JavaScript is fine. But every time I take a look at some stuff like I wrote in this game before in Next.js, and what would be like page TSX, and I look at this shit and think to myself, maybe delete the comments. That's one thing I should be thinking to myself. And I think to myself, in what universe is this better than going for a fucking HTML and SSR? Like, this looks like absolute ass, man. And you also always die in the callbacks. Nah. This is perfectly natural. Everything that, if I can't understand it most of the times, doesn't really benefit me too much. And Next.js is a hunk of weird stuff. Or really React, whatever is one of those. Okay, let's put a little bit of a gap, which is already 5. I'm gonna make it... How about 8? The fuck is pi even for? Padding block. Okay. 8 is still small. Let's do 16. That's about fine. Why are every one of them is a little bit different? Okay. So my timer, let's make it into a number like 60 seconds. See that it fixed great. Nice. Also, it's very aggressive as a red. But whatever, the colors can be changed at some point. So there's the static part. As per for the dynamic part, we have to bring in both. I think like a CDN would be fine. Don't be okay to just CDN it. First off, HTMX. I love how every time that you type for HTMX, it will come the second article, which is HTMX sucks, written by the author of the HTMX. Yeah, the CDN book. It's weird because I can't really type install it. You just don't install HTMX. First way to get going is via CDN. You can simply add this to your TED Talk and get going. Yeah. This is what I wanted to do. Okay, probably should install HTMX. HTMX LSP. There it goes. Hey! It up a new version of Go and prettier. Sure. And also HTMX, not LSP, but so help me God, HTMX sockets. Well, how was your Pepper? What did you? And let's install this. Now let's take a look. First off, what are we loading? Are we loading something? Okay, package htmx.org and WebSockets. Good. So we are both here. Now the thing that I want to do, before we start doing this, I should make 2 pages. Actually, I'm moving this index to the game. It's some lit code practice for interview prep and worked on my Rust app a bit. Didn't get much done on the app though. Have some big bugs to get rid of. Damn. What's the app doing? Lit code for interviews. You have something big lined up. Usually the lit code ones. I don't know. It's a lit code Postman but in terminal. Oh, that's cool. It's Postman clone as terminal UI. That's nice. Link me up. I'm gonna follow it up and take a look from time to time when I get to on my Discord. Because in Italy, I never had a lead code interview. Okay, so my stuff was stuck. Let's then move these guys out. This guy goes into the game handler. And the game handler probably should have its own separate thanks. Take a look over here. It's very alpha test state. Some UX has to do done and needs to fix bugs in my text area components. Well, feel absolutely free. I just like to take a look on a project on someone who works more on Rust. Because even if I'm not using Rust today, it's okay to have an understanding for tomorrow. But looks very nice already. It looks very clean, very rising look. Even just to know how people just get done with simply how this gets organized looks great. Which also remember me, I have to make a pull request on another project. So very nice. Did I even follow you on Twitch? There are two types of programmers: Mongo, Karma, Qm, Tom, Jason. A grand JS task for gamers. So you're a JS dev which loves React. Peculiar, my friend. Peculiar. Okay, back to the business. So let's move this to /game. Or not. They put the path. Yes. Game handler. Okay. Sorry, I'm not chatting that much. Building a shell script type tool. No, I'm grateful even for people be here. Don't worry about it. Have been a little down lately, so haven't streaming that much. But I enjoy even speaking my mind to the wind. That's great. Be your guest to speak as much as you want or as little as you want. Okay, so now let's work on this is the interface for the game. Let's make on the user, the player. What was I making it? Player handler. And the player handler, yes, it was player. Let's inspect it and should be like, I don't know, iPhone say, like Galaxy Ultra. Great. And we have a lot of stuff here. I hate this stuff. Lurk time to need to ready for bed. It's 2 a.m. Jeez, man. Well, have a great night. Thank you again for the raid. I would see you around, man. Always a pleasure seeing you guys. So the page. I don't even remember what was this supposed to be. This was the game page. Yeah. Let's copy this. Supposed to be the player one. Looks like it. No, it's the scoreboard. Wait. So game page and page. All right, there it is. So we will start with simple HTMX and make some templates. Reason number one, or template number one. Let's make out this would be player intro. So what are you gonna call your quiz game to not season the system? Well, that's a great idea. To make a better name. Should be something from my GF name, because this was supposed to be a rewrite from the. I already done this in TSX in Next. It was for my girlfriend bachelor party. She's getting her master degree this summer, so maybe something around Sarah to be her name, like Sarah quit Sarah. Quit Sarah doesn't sound nice, not sound bad. Quit Sarah, something like that. Player intro.html. Player log, let's say. Sounds great. Yeah, it sounds. Let's set it in stone instantly. A player log. No, player log sounds wrong. Player login. Write it down, write it down. Player login and player UI. I'm terrible at doing names. No, I'm correctly not. First off, the readme. Let's call it Quitsera. Which does this with the Z it looks weird, with the S it looks weird, with the Z it Quitsera. Keep the Z's. Yeah. Quitsera. Great. Have to do the. Let's see if ChatGPT can put the pronunciation. I don't remember how do you call it, but there's a way to write how to pronounce a word. Write how to pronounce it. Quitsera. Quitsera. There it goes. So we have also the pronunciation. That would be Quitsera. Quitsera. Mean quits for Sarah. There it goes. Perfect. In the meantime, let's also name the files in a better manner. So this would be like the player login, but player log gives me the wrong idea. Be player start or player menu, player control. Okay, this is a little bit better. So inside my player menu, I'm gonna put most of this. And in this specific case, yeah, that would be up until the div. There's the div. There's the stuff. This is the controls. I will have more of a control here. All right, so all of the React shit can go to hell. So this is Kahoot for. So Quitsera. Kahoot per Saretta. It's going to be in Italian because obviously have our Italian friends. I have to make a form and send this to my backend. This div should become a form. And obviously, since it's React, we have to delete every name bullshit. So name would be gone. All right. So there's the form. And we have to submit this value. Of course, I did not. Okay, let's do it one piece at a time. First off, remove all of the stuff. And also we are adding the template, these templates. Just what we can work with here, and be player menu, player controls. Great. And index.html, put it up top. Footer putting bottom. Let's add them to the paths. So that would be, I don't know why am I using underscore in Go. Oh, that is a camel case one. So let's do index path. Damn, I missed so much in LSP. On my day job, literally, I basically have nothing. Like, do something about doing something in Ruby, Rails. It's really you have fuck all. So annoying. So footer path, index path, we then go for a player menu path and player control path or controls. Why do they call it controls? Okay, that's good. Also, I believe I need these constants without the path. So we nuke the path, we nuke the templates. There he goes. It's already starting to get crowded. God damn it. So how is your project going? Shell script, building a shell script type. It's like some automation tool you're building for yourself. It's function adding more to it. Oh, nice. Link me your GitHub as well, because those were great to follow people that are actually programming. I have a lot of people that tool help me go through the. Actually, I believe I follow you now that I think about it. I'm almost certain I do. We go through a lot of USBs. Ooh, great. I did write something similar, very small one. I wanted to improve it, but I fired myself. It was a tool basically that will install a bunch of times the same app. Because at my first job as a developer, we had to send out maybe 60 phones of apps. And if you ever work with ADB, it's not very fast. And there are a lot of manual stuff that had to be done. So I made a script that with ADB will set up a lot of manual stuff, like luminosity had to be 50%, so ADB with 50, yeah, and that helped a lot. Same here. Yeah, that's very useful. I did never pointed out how to do them in like threads, like async. This way, I could install instead of installing once at a time. I would love to have installing them. I had like a USB dongle with 7 outputs or 8 outputs. I wanted to do them instead of sequence, but at the same time. Never got around to it. Would have speed up a lot if didn't burn my PC or the USB cable. So it doesn't look like I follow you. So if you drop me your Git, I'll follow you as well. The Linux dev. Can't believe you're the only one with the Linux dev. The Linux dev nickname had to be like thousands, and it's only no repositories code one user, and it's on you. No, I'm not Torvald. Oh damn, clean. It's what else? How to reach me at email. Mr. Rust, Linux, and low-end hardware. Me too, man. Me too. I don't know, not big on hardware right now. Hopefully in the future. Okay, so my player handle should be running game handler, home handler, player handler. There you go. Instead of the index, we would run the let's run the what's it called? Can't remember my own player menu. There it is. Not template associate. What do you mean? Yeah, so I have a lot of friends that are very interesting in programming, but the Linux developer. Oh, so that's not you. Let's instantly unfollow this guy. No, that's me. Okay, let's instantly. You found the correct one. Honestly, surprised that there are no a lot of variations of Linux dev, Linux developer website coming soon. You have a lit code track of 0 stuff. It get deleted. Or does it get reset? And Kioxide was this identity claims. All right, looks great. So what's this about player menu HTML? Not template associate. We do have the player over there. Oh, because here's the path. Path. That can be reached. Now you're just playing with my feelings. Player menu. This here. I did put HTML. All right. Of course, I did not import them. Player menu path and player control path. Oh, wouldn't this? I expected to like inline them, but it won't. Interesting. Okay, this looks a little bit better. I don't like going over 80. Okay, now you're bullying me. I double up the player controls. Nice. Player menu off. There it is. Yeah, maybe make the text whiter. Whiter. So text white. Okay, very well. At this point, this button wants to shit. But it would get my form going, which is great. Now it's time to HTMX it. So we make an endpoint or a partial of something that will return basically the menu. And this should lead to that specific post point. So now it's actually time for learning. What hour do we keep here? It's 1:43. To be gone at around 13. There's time. Wish to do 2 hours of the day. Have been very hectic these days with the streaming, but I'm getting back into it. Uninstalled all of the social medias because they were robbing me all of my time and all of my willingness to do stuff. Yeah, I absolutely removed everything. The only usable one that remains is 9 gig, but it's so full of. Hey, Samuel, thank you for the follow. It's so full of porn and racism that it gets old very quick. Like you would run on 9 gig, it would be anti-Semitism, porn, and those one again. If you don't have an account, you can see half of it because of it's flagged as adult content. So that's great because I will score like twice and say, okay, there's nothing to be seen. Right, so my player menu. How do I return a partial in Go? And how do I actually respond? This is a response writer HTTP request. I could take it over here and check what I'm getting. Whoa, ads. Also ads. Well, Firefox helps you a lot. Oh, yeah. I removed the bot that tells me about the ads. So add 2 minutes. I can chill it. You have turbo? Because I believe some people have turbo, so I can chill it out for a couple of minutes. The best social media is Meetspace. Meetspace. I can't find it. Okay. Is it bad? Is it something? Is it no? Did I get because it sounded bad, but I still tried to find it out. I can look that on stream, can't I? Wouldn't be advised. Mid space definition. Oh. Physical world as opposed to cyberspace. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's the one that I've been really uh, disappointing is not the correct word, but for a long time I had a lot of friends and a lot of people uh, used to be in company of a lot of people in real life. And but lately I'm not. Lately I struggle to get to find something to be done with a lot of people. And that's not been like a huge problem because I can always use it for programming, but I want to get it a little bit higher, get back to have most of my, like honestly just the 2 evenings, which would be Friday and Saturday. Every other day I wake up at around 5:50, between 5 and 5:30 and 6. I don't have that much time to go outside in the day. Thankfully I have D&D, which is my socializing Monday. That's why I don't stream on Tuesday because we usually end up playing at least up until midnight, and if we play Magic afterwards, that goes another 3 hours. So I just wake up and play, and turn on the PC and work. Yeah. So my player menu, no, controls, MTG is awesome. Yeah, I'm coming around. I'm a Yugi player. So for a long time, it took me a little bit of time to get in the mood for Magic, but little by little I'm getting the hang of it, and it's been very fun. It is less ridiculous as Yugi, or in the very least, my friends are very chill about it. They don't run meta, so thankfully this makes it most of the time fun without being too competitive or too annoying. So I was a big Yugi player a long time ago. At the moment, not very much because there's the guy stole my deck, and that kicked me out of the game just because I wasn't on the mood really anymore. And after came back to Yugi some months afterwards and did not enjoy it. Like whatever it is Yugi now, it isn't what I used to love. Magic, on the other hand, or at least homemade Magic, no tournament bullshit, that's kind of nice. Same goes with D&D. I've heard stories of people playing D&D in a more, let's say, serious manner. I don't like to talk it serious because it looks like we just here to dig around. We basically are, to be 100% honest. But it feels more correct in the spirit of what that game is. Like it feels terrible to have a game that is about freedom and choice and make everything be so serious and everything be so legal. A lot of people just play by maximum by the books. Hell, we played I made a couple of games by myself, me and a couple of friends. All people that don't play. This guy, basically, his girlfriend has this huge aversion for magic because for magic porca puttana, for D&D because she saw how they play and she was flabbergasted by how they play. Mine is a kitchen table deck, not meant for competitive. Has Ulamog. Ulamog. MTG. This is the commander. You cast Ulamog, the shell's Hunger Exile to target permanents. Indestructible. Whenever Ulamog attacks defending player, exile the top 20 cards of his library. Damn. I'm having a lot of fun with Helga. God damn it, MTG. This stuff, it is... Honestly, every time I get Helga nuked, I'm basically out of the game. But if I can make Helga last a little bit, then then you can just spam huge and huge creatures every turn. It's kind of fun. Okay. So, the HTML part. Now this, how does a form work? I don't even remember. Because I would want to use my form and send it back to the player. Basically do the post, so the get request will return my template. one template. The post request will return another template. Or a partial, I'm gonna see. And that partial would go there instead of the form for as per HTMX. Maybe. Okay, so that's the plan. So we need an action, a method, a class. Why a get? Div submit. Okay, so he's using the button to submit. Do I need to make an action? Oh, there's the docs. The URI that processes the form. This value can be overwritten. This should be like the player. Yeah. Slash player. Then we'd want to make the method, which would be naturally a post. And there goes the class and everything else. Maybe we can move it up here so it's a little bit better. So the buttons have default submits. I don't need to submit it same. But I would want to put to print out my request. So what will be fmt.print? Damn, I love the printing and all. I don't think I should be printing everything, right? Okay, get player map accept. Oh, that's a get. Shouldn't be a get. Again, a get. Wouldn't this post it? Oh, there it is. So post the player who dares to chat on me while I'm streaming. If it's my girlfriend, I have to answer. Yeah, she's not feeling very well these days, so let's try to be a little bit present. Would this make it better? So let's say I okay. And yep, and we are posting. So there's the link. Great, accepted, amazing. Which would mean that I can check what this stuff is. Like if r dot can I say method? Okay. This is a constant, which is a string. Dude, like that's the part that I miss in Ruby. Every time that I do Ruby, I question my existence. I'm gonna go for the documentation, and the documentation will tell me, oh yeah, it will return you actually, it won't even tell you. Most of the times you have, okay, so this is how you do an HTTP server. Great. What's the return? Oh yeah, the return is, I don't know. There's nothing. You have to print it out and see what is the return. Fucking Ruby, man. So if method.post yeah, shut up. Which means that at this point, now it shouldn't print, yes. And this should be print. Amazing. So that's precisely what I want. Which, well, so if method.post, let's try and get out, contains the parse form data. Oh, that's good. Let's print it out. Could it be because I didn't specify anything in my input? Yes. Text name. Well, I do have the input. How did this work? Input text name ID required. Maybe I should put like an ID. It's an empty map. Son of a bitch. Let's make it, let's try it this way. We will put the form. Yes. No, actually, let's print the entire R. And let's replay this, and that would be Giancarlo. That's a visible name. And let's search for John. Doesn't look like anything gets posted. Yeah, my map is completely empty. That's not great. Action method form example. Input type type text. Yes. Do believe it's a type text. The name is name. Correct. But I'm not getting through with anything really. Yeah, map is nil. Interesting. Let's going to a localhost 8080 player. So that's not funny. This is not what I want. Can't see my input from form submit. Goreng. There's no action due to when you submit, it will submit to the page itself instead of the route you want to submit. Consider adding an action route. Yeah, no, I'm submitting. Let's do it in the, let's make it like something of like, the problem is that I basically don't have an empty map when I return. Okay, that's not the player Golang can't see my form input. Tags R form value. Okay. Name. Is that a big deal? Okay, that was the deal. Whatever. I remember this bought me. God damn it. This munched on my ass some time ago. I do remember this being such a pain. And that means that I can just do the same stuff, but for my, instead of player menu, it'll be player control. So I don't need any of this. And that would mean if I asked for, very well. Oh, okay, right, I have to return early. We can ask for. Oh, that's great. What do we need for the HTMX? Obviously, all of this at this point is shit. What I want it to be is to sprinkle the HTMX goodness around here. And that would mean okay, this anchor text tells a browser that might consider the following bit of HTML. So this HTMX, yes, 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 yes. Okay, I don't need to hx post. I don't think I need to hx post it in the same manner, but target parent div. Okay, let's work them out on my own. So okay, Ajax get post. Each of these takes a URL to issue an AX request. The element will issue a request for the specified given the URL and this trigger. By default, AX requests are triggered by natural event or non-event. Input, text area, select, are triggered by change. Form is triggered by submit, everything else is triggered by an event. And there's my mom. Ciao mom. 13, da, 13. Ia cam să mai joc azi eu ea cu dânsul dacă sistemul și va bine, dacă nu, să-l ducem. Da, ai nevoie. Nu, eu te aud bine. Când nu-l auzi, când îți străbiești, când te sună. E, ca să mă uit dacă ai ceva cap în... Nu știu dacă e o problemă hardware, dar n-am modul să controlez dacă e o problemă de la fizico sau dacă nu. Non lo so, ci dovremmo guardare. Streaming. Sì, sì, infatti la Mattia Sneak. Ciao ciao. Okay, hey, so that's great. This works. Doesn't mean I don't need anything except the button. Something's weird going on with my HTMX. Okay, player handler. It does extend all of my stuff. So why don't I have anything? Oh, okay, so that's the bug. Wait. This is the classic. No, it's actually disabled. Okay, so at least once this was an actual bug. Okay, so speaking of stuff, let's okay, this will trigger an HTMX which will swap this, but I want to swap the I want to do it on the form. Is there any examples with the form? Like literally a form? Or do you want to connect the request between two elements? So hx post. Oh, okay, this might be it. This is precisely what I want. Layer. So it's an action and a post. Very well. Okay, it goes inside, but I want for it to swap itself inner outer. Let's make hx swap outer. I believe I don't even need the post anymore. Oh, okay, that's gone. Actually, it isn't, but that's okay. We don't need this, but we need the hx swap outer, and that would mean first off I have to double unload it. You son of a bitch. Okay, so it's gone. Great. Precisely what it was needed. Yeah. Great. So that's step one. Step two is to actually what was this about? All right, this was supposed to be Kahoot green, Kahoot yellow, Kahoot red. This one is supposed to be like, what are we not loading? Or that's what? Don't quite remember how this variation was supposed to be. GitHub. Kahoot. My little animation here. Okay, click. Oh yeah, so it was only the colors. Hey, nothing that big. But my Kahoot red should be already in the styles. It's because there's nothing there. Shouldn't be nothing there. Yeah, it doesn't stretch up for some reason. How about we get rid of that? How does that work now? Okay, that's better. But I do need that big boy for the order. Can't believe now it loads. Sometimes get mad, very mad. But suddenly my console crashed. For no apparent reason. Hey, so there's my big boy HTMX. It looks like wonder. Alright. So that's step one. Now the next step is to connect for them. This guy actually should be connect. Basically, every time they click here, there should be a reaction here, like the answer, and so forth, so on. So maybe I can split it. I don't believe this works nicely. As a matter of fact, it doesn't. So I can make it smaller. This is 12%. God damn it. Yeah. Can get by. Son of a bitch. It's going to be 35%, so Pixar, okay, TV, so 3840, that's one. God damn it. And 160, great. So this is the perfect amount of the perfect approach for my TV. Now what I would want to do, we have to start our database. Like last time I did not use any DB. I kind of regretted it. Because this way, if anyone has a problem, I can always fix it up, you know? Like last time I couldn't. But for this specific moment, I'm going to do start and I'm going to update this guy over here. So let's start with that. Which would mean, first off, we will make a global, we will call var layers equals 0. Okay. The second moment we will want to do is to pass it up in our game handler. So it will be player int. Obviously, we'll put the and this would be our players. Okay. At this point, inside the game handler, we should be able to say, is it in the game handler? Or actually, is it in the index? Instead of 4, this should be, wait a second, it is P. Okay. Actually, answers, answered, answered. Always remember, Go needs you to export it. I believe that this specific one doesn't need to, but okay. Won't hurt. And what was it? Dot answered. That'll be it. Get the field answered in the type stack path string. Maybe I have to write them all down. All right, this was the game. Great. That's that. Now this point, however, this specific stuff. No, this is executed as only the first time. So that ain't it shifted. That's to be handled by the JS. So So, what would be said? HTMX sockets. Establish easy bidirectional communication in WebSocket. Use the following attributes WebSocket will save. So, WebSec connect and WebSec connect. You're establishing a WebSec connection again. I installed usage. WebSec connect chat room. All right. And this is where my WebSocket goes. I have to read this all out. Yeah, let's take, I don't have the clock with me, but I have it down there. So let's take like a 10-minute period of time and work through this documentation. And tomorrow we'll take a look at how exactly we'll try to send a message and make an endpoint. And we would enable it next time. I don't know how long we will get in 10 minutes. Let's take a look because I also have to eat. Yeah, the WebSocket extension enables a bidirectional communication with WebSockets. Great. So based experimental HX was attribute built in previous version. Perhaps migrating from older version, see migrating guide at the bottom of this page. Use the following attribute to configure how WebSocket behaves. So WebSocket connect URL. Prefix URL. A URL to establish and WebSocket connection against. Prefix WS or WSS. Can optionally be specified. If not specified, HTMX defaults to the add the location scheme type. Host and ports have browser send cookies WebSockets. One thing that we also need to read is Gorilla Golang. More startup PC WebSockets. Learn more. API reference. Okay. Package WebSockets implemented the website definition in RFC 6455. This looks like a boring ass document. But okay. The con type represents the WebSocket connection. A sub application calls the upgrade method from an HTTP request handler to get a con. Var upgrader. The con WebSocket connection. A server application calls the upgrader method from an HTTP handler to get a con. Oh, thank God. Just basically I'm using the same function, but I just upgraded. Thank goodness. Like this is precisely what I wanted to be. Okay, so that would mean I'm gonna have to have an endpoint in which I put this guy down. Prefix with WS or VSS can optionally be specified. If not specified, HTMX defaults to the add location scheme type. Host and ports will have browsers and cookies via WebSockets. Or send. Sends a message to the nearest WebSocket based on their triggered value for the element. Usage. Div hxx WebSocket connect chatroom. So there's a ed, the chatroom, and the form chat message. WebSocket extension supports two configuration. Create WebSocket, a factory function that can be used to create a custom WebSocket instances. Must be functional, return WebSocket object. WS binary type, a string value that defines WebSocket binary type property. Default value is block. As above, establish a connection to chatroom endpoint. Content that is sent down from WebSocket will be parsed as HTML and swapped in by the ID property, using the same logic as out-of-band swap. As such, if you want to change the swapping method, you need to specify that in the message body sent by the server. Will be interpreted as hx swap OOB. Will be appended to notification div. Will be swapped using an extension. Sending message for a WebSocket. In example above, the form uses the was send to indicate that it is submitted. The form value should be serialized as JSON sent to the nearest enclosed WebSocket, in this case chatroom. The same value will be include a field header that include the normally submitted HTMX. Yeah, this sounds very natural. So we would want to do two steps. Step number one is install this, which would be like that. I don't even remember. Honestly, it's go add. I haven't added an extension in so long. Clean doc and generate get add dependency. Go get. That was fast. Okay, we will go and get it out, and then we would want an upgrader. Browse go please feature. Can I just import it? Go some, I believe is commod. Yeah, Gorilla WebSocket. About they restarted, maybe they just need a little bit of time. There it is. So it's an extension. Very well. At this point, where would I upgrade this? Okay, for message type and connection read message, if message T log return R. Would my endpoint be something different? Okay, I would have to have one point in which we have like have to like upgrade one connection. Let's type first to grade. Can upgrade the handler, the base one. They wouldn't want that, would I? Let's make socket and change it like that to socket handler. Browse, create, locate the variable, which is not what I want. Okay, take this guy out, put it down. Socket. Don't need really any of this. But we will want a connection error upgrade. Var nil. Of course, if r nil print a return, sure. And what can I do with my connection? For message type. Okay, and this is the base for. Okay. So that's how I get. Okay, that's good. But the request is great. The guy is not using WebSocket protocol. Upgrade taker not found in connection header. Sweet. That's precisely what should be done. Hey. What the fuck does she want? What does it mean? Superfluous was supposed to write a call from. Oh, whatever. I don't care if superfluous. Okay. At this point. I would want to connect it into. Oh, look at that. It's been 10 minutes. Let's pop up the last 5 so we have a rounded neat, cute rounded neat 2-hour stream. Because I also at the same time want to take a look for this whole deal. So over here, I wanted this element to be the one that gets swapped or whatever. We will start with, let's go, not even a div, let's go for a span. And in that span, in this span, we will want to hx x equals vs, and vs connect be equal to socket. And let's see what would go on if I reset my game. Both in the console, which by the way, I would want to delete this. I don't need it. Okay. Both in this console. This time it does work correctly. Let's print it out like we hit it. There was an error at some point. That's okay. We did do hit it. Now what? Form voice send input chat message. Okay. I can do that. Type text. Goodbye. Have a great day. Thanks, Samelo. You too, man. Web socket closed. Why? Right, and the next thing, message. Message -1. Oh. Okay, it will take a little bit of time. Alright. Which also, it's not the players who would be connecting, but whatever. I'm not receiving anyway the message. It's empty array. Close WebSocket close 1001. I don't even know what that means. To be 1000%. So we do hit it. WebSocket close 1001. Case that the endpoint is going away, such as server going down or browser having navigate away from the page. Oh, because I did something wrong. What? So we do hit it. Like we actually do hit it. Unironically. So there's the message. And it was closing. No errors though. Type message type. Socket message type -1. Okay. The correction type in above snippets, P is a byte. The message type is an int with the value binary of WebSocket message. An application can also send and receive. Yeah, but what does that even mean? Like what's a type? Okay, it's an int, but what does it mean? Yeah, this is how far we go for today. So thanks everyone for the following. It's been a pleasure to have a lot of people around. I will see you next time.